yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, here's our audio panel. And see this number 1 is pushed in? That means we're going to talk and listen on number 1.
Okay.
Okay, it says okay, so hit enter. It says okay, push enter. Now that radio is ready to go. And we can pull this out and listen to static to adjust the volume. Oh no, this one you push in. So something like that. This one you pull out, and so I can push 2. Something about like that. So we'll use 1. Here we want 1200. See these numbers, you can change them. Each one.
What's that for?
That's a transponder. The controllers will see us on radar.
Okay.
1200 is all VFR flying.
Okay.
Now, we can fly VFR and have what we call flight following, and they'll give us another discrete code to. But for our purposes, always make sure it's 1200.
Okay.
And now, release the brakes and let it roll just a foot or so. And step on the brakes and stop it. Just to make sure the brakes are working. Okay. See the windsock?
Yeah, it's pointing that way.
Yeah, so we want to go to 16.
So what does that mean?
So straight out there and turn left on the taxiway. Try to keep the nose wheel on the center line. It's way over. And if it's going too fast, just slow it down with brakes.
16 is over there, right?
Yeah, but the center line was over there, is what I was saying. So yeah, go ahead and go. Now we're on a little bit of an incline here, so I have to add power to get it going. Don't step on the brakes. Put your feet down on the floor, your heels on the floor, and shove with the rudder pedal. Only when you... Now, a little bit of right rudder. You got to kind of lead it, so because it's not real positive like a car steering one. Generally, we keep the power, the tack about 1,000, but we have a pretty good tailwind now, so I throttled back a little bit more. We never close the throttle all the way, except on landing. So think of that yellow line coming right up your right leg. That's about perfect right there. And slow her down with both brakes. I can help you here. I don't have any brakes over here. I have to reach for the hand brake. Got to brake evenly, because the airplane will turn. Don't stop. Well, let's go up a little bit. So we give it enough gas to get it rolling, or throttle, and then...
That line means full stop, right?
Yeah, that's the hold line. You can't cross that till you...
Hold line, I mean.
Yeah. So what we'll do, I'm going to help you taxi here. We're going to go left here a little bit. And now we're going to go right. Something about like that. Now, I think I fixed this. I got the brake locked. It shouldn't roll. But still, keep your feet on the brakes, just in case. Need the checklist again. There you are. Okay. Now we're here at the run-up. Brake set. Goes on proper tank. And we double-check a lot of stuff. Trim for takeoff. Trim is way up here. As I crank this, that little indicator moving forward.
Which one?
Right up here.
Oh.
Now it moves back. You want that about at neutral.
Okay.
For takeoff.
Neutral, what does that mean?
Huh?
What does that mean, neutral?
Well, that's a good question. That's about halfway between fall up and fall down. Halfway between the two extremes. Flight controls. Grip the control yoke with both thumbs sticking up. Because we want to see that they move freely and correctly. So shove the elevator all the way forward, turn it all the way to the left. Your thumb points to the aileron that should go up.
Yeah.
So thumbs up, the other one should go down on the right wing. Get it?
Yeah.
Am I in the way? All the way back. And then the other one, thumbs up, the left aileron went up and the right one went down. And then all the way forward. What we did, we went to the complete stop to stop. The extreme control movement on the elevator and aileron. So you don't need to do that once, you know, all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way. Okay? So that's the flight controls. We don't have an annunciator panel. Instruments. We got 6 of them. Airspeed is on 0. Artificial horizon, the airplane is level. And so you can adjust that little guy up and down. And that's for the purpose of when we're flying, that little dot should be right on that little white horizon. Altimeter is set correctly to 226 feet. The turn coordinator, the ball is centered and the wings are level, but that broke. The directional gyro we have to set to the compass. So read it, there's 30, or 030, 040, so that's 045. They have to push this in, and then you can rotate it to 045. Does that look right?
Is it 5 in the middle?
Well, that'd be 45, yeah. Now push it in, turn it.
Yeah.
Well, that's 050. It's halfway, if you look up here, it's halfway between the two lines.
Address,
Yeah.
Okay?
Unicom, red.
And then this is on 0. That's your vertical speed indicator. So
Which
there's
is what?
how fast we're going up or
Okay.
coming down. So you got 6 instruments. 2 of them you have to adjust usually every.
Okay.
So we just flew it so that okay, here's a Colesman window inside there.
989. What is
That-
the current
Yeah.
main runway?
So if, let's say, you called weather and said the barometric pressure is 3003,
November 68989. Ground in 15 minutes will be
you'd put it right on that middle hash there.
east ramp, and we're
And boy, that's just about what it is.
hangared area there. So just.
But we don't have the weather here, so we'll see the sign over there outside. It says elevation 226 feet.
Yeah.
So all the hands up on 0, that would be sea level. And then that's 100 feet. And each dash is 20. So 120, 140, 160, 180, 200.
Okay.
When this goes around all the way to 0, this one will come to 1. That'd be 10,000 feet.
Yes.
So we want to set it at 225. Out there, huh?
Huh?
Okay. Yeah, I just remembered I was going to tell you what that Colesman window was all about. Okay, where are we? Run up. Instruments. Mixture. We want to go rich on it. And now, primer. Here's a primer, and we want to make sure that's in and locked. I can't pull it out, so it's locked. Now, hold the brakes. We're going to run it up to 2,000. Here's your tachometer. 2,000 RPM. Right about there. And going to check the mags. So we're going to turn it counterclockwise to the right mag, so 2 clicks. 1, 2. It dropped about 100 RPM, but it's running smoothly. So clockwise, 2 clicks to both. And it comes back to 2,000, see that? Now 1 click counterclockwise to the left mag. RPM drops about the same as the other one, and it's running smoothly, so 1 click clockwise to both. So that's the mags. We're going to turn the carb heat on. Notice it, RPM drops. That's because we have hot air going in now, which is less dense, so it doesn't run as good. And leave that on at least 5 seconds, because it takes, if there be ice build up in there, it takes a little bit for it to thaw out. And then off. Is that too stiff? Try that once. That's not too bad, is it?
No.
Okay. Vacuum, way over here, it's about 5. Above 4 is good.
What's a vacuum?
That's running this and this.
Okay.
That's how much vacuum the vacuum pump is pumping. Amp meter, it's off of 0. That means the alternator is charging the battery. Fuel pressure is good. Oil pressure is good. Oil temperature is good. And we can come back to idle or 1,000 RPM. Just think of 1,000 as idle. Okay, we don't need any flaps to take off. We're at pre-takeoff. Mixture is rich. Fuel pump, we need this fuel pump on for takeoff. Carb heat is off. Pitot heat, don't worry about that. Heading indicator compass, we did that. Transponder, we're going to go to altitude, way over here, on an altitude. And it's squawk 1200. Doors and windows are closed. Note there's a top latch up here on my door. And make sure your window is closed. Our beacon is on. That's all we have for strobes. And turn the landing light on. Help other people to see us. And we're ready to go. So, VR, rotate at 55 miles an hour.
That means?
That's your airspeed. When it gets there to 55, we're going to pull back, get the nose wheel just barely off, and then be ready to relax some of this because it's going to want to keep up, coming up, the nose, as we increase airspeed. I have a control here, don't worry about it. And then we'll climb out at 85 miles an hour. Best rate, 85, 86. All right? Are you ready to go? Ready?
My feet on the brake?
No, we don't need the brakes now. Okay, now look. There's nobody out there on final. Look around the airspace. And also look at the other end. I don't see anybody landing on the downwind, on the wrong runway. Check for traffic. And I'm going to release the brake. I'll make a radio call. Albany traffic, Cherokee 98241, departing 16 Albany. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yeah, now we're going to line up here on the center line. Go right rudder. Not too much. Okay, get your hand on the throttle. And yeah, I always support my hand, kinda, and then advance it, not up, yeah, and then advance it all the way up. If you hang on to it like this, you'll hit air bumps and you'll move the throttle.
Okay.
A little bit of right rudder pressure. There's 55, enough to get, there it is. Relax it and we're flying. And setting this trim in neutral. Set it for takeoff. There's hardly any pressure. Well, we need to go nose down a little bit here. There. Look at this indicator up here. That's about where you want to set that when on the ground. Are you paying attention, or are you just enjoying the scenery? See, the nose wants to come up, so really you want to have this adjusted about there. See where I got it? About halfway between the neutral and that first forward mark. What the trim does, it takes the pressure away from you. So we're going to climb up, I don't know how high. Now when we pass through pattern altitude, which is 1,200 feet, we'll turn the fuel pump off and the landing light. That's an electric fuel pump. It has an engine-driven fuel pump. This is a standby in case the other one breaks at these critical times of flying. If the engine-driven fuel pump broke now, the engine would quit, but we have enough time to maneuver to a landing, or we can turn this on in the engine and start again. Make sense? I'm giving you too much information. Now, look, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Look out over the nose. You can barely see the horizon. If you put the nose of the airplane at the horizon, that gives you a real good, that's about the right speed to climb. I don't know how high we're going to go here.
What's the height again?
Altimeter, we're at 1,800 feet. We'll level off at 2,000. Not yet. Let's wait until we're within 50 feet. Right now. Now, slowly lower the nose until it's level flight. And that's right on the horizon, isn't it? Now, you have to push forward pretty hard, don't you? So now you reach up here and you want to trim nose down. Will it get easier and easier to hold? Now let go. Oh, I got too much in. But see, you want to trim it so the airplane will fly itself.
Okay.
Okay, look at that.
So trim is kind of like cruise control?
Exactly.
Okay.
But it doesn't have anything with cruising. It has to do with taking the pressure off.
Okay.
Okay, let go again. There we go. Look at that. Oh, we're still climbing, though. Now we want to set the power because it gets over rev. So we'll go about 2,400 RPM down here on the tack. And now I have to trim back up a little bit. I never know which way to turn this wheel.
66 RB left L115.
Okay, that's... So, the horizon, you can't hardly see it in the distance there because of the clouds. Should be about at what? About a third of the way up the windshield to you?
I guess.
So these are visual clues that I'm telling you to kind of look for to fly the airplane accurately. Okay, you're supposed to fly the airplane. I already know how.
What do I do?
Fly the airplane. Here's the way I do it, just fingertip controls. I have my arm on, well, maybe you can't do that. But yeah, you just have your arm. You don't need to have it up there necessarily. Find a comfortable way to do it, but you don't grip it, just fingertips. Okay, remember those turns I told you? Let's go into a left turn. Oh, let's look at this. The center wind is 0 degrees, and 10, 20, and 30 degrees, and then 6, so 45 would be halfway between those. So let's go left, not quite 10 degrees, and just let go of the control yoke once, and watch the airplane. See, it's slowly going back to level flight, isn't it? Look at the nose out there. Oh, we got more gas over there, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're back to level flight now. Remember, a shallow turn, the airplane wants to go back to level flight. Remember I told you that before we left? Now let's go to the right. I just don't want to get too close to those hills over. We're going to go to about 20 degrees of bank. And if I let go, it's going to want to descend a little bit, but it stays in there. It finds an equilibrium in a medium bank turn. And then a steep turn beyond 30 degrees. If you let go, it's going to keep banking. So you have to kind of prevent it from banking. Okay? Understand all that a little bit?
A little bit.
What in the world are the rudders for? To steer on the ground, of course.
We don't need them up here, do we?
Oh, yeah, you do.
The elevated? Oh, the rudder?
The rudder.
What does the rudder do exactly? It helps steer it, I know, but...
Well, I'm pushing on the rudders now. It yaws the airplane. Yawing is just making the nose move back and forth.
Okay.
Now, I'm going to show you the correct... I'm going to turn without using the rudders. I want you to watch the nose and against the ground. I'm going to go to the right. But you'll see the nose go to the left. See that? It went left and now it went right. You see that? Watch the nose against the trees on the ground. When I turn left, see the nose went right and then it went left? The rudders are... Now watch this ball. When I turn right, the ball's going to slide to the R. See that?
Yeah.
So now you watch the nose again. I'm going to turn right again, but put your feet on the rudder pedals. I'm going to turn right the way I'm supposed to. So I turn and put a little bit of right rudder in. And see that nose? It did not go right at all. It came right where it belonged. When I level off the wings, I push a little bit. Well, let's do that again. Now, let's say I'm done turning. So now I go left aileron and a little bit of left rudder. And the airplane doesn't yaw. That's called adverse yaw when it goes the wrong way. That's what the rudders are for, to keep it coordinated. Okay, practice. Now you'll never get it trimmed exactly perfect. Oops, that was the wrong way. Okay, practice just turning and try to maintain the 2,000 feet. Remember, every time you bank, it wants to descend, so you have to apply some back pressure.
Okay.
When you level the wings off, you have to release the back pressure. Note, I'm never going to tell you to move the controls. Rather than a car steering, you apply aileron pressure and a little bit of rudder pressure, back pressure to climb or to prevent a descent. So it's pressure rather than really moving.
Can I do this to get it stop descending?
Do what?
Can I trim it to get it stop descending?
Well, now get it nice and level. And then let go and see. Oh, yeah, the nose wants to go down, doesn't it? So, yeah, reach up here. Now, wait, which way do you have to hold pressure? Aft, don't you?
What?
Let go once. The nose goes down. So you're holding back pressure, aren't you? Not forward pressure. You're holding back pressure right now. So you have to trim it to nose up.
That way?
Up the other way. Now more. Oh, that. Now let's see. That's pretty good, huh?
Except that it's climbing.
Okay. Now see, you got the indicator, look up here at the roof again. Nose up that way, nose down that way.
Oh, yeah.
So this is what training is going to be all about. A lot of just out here flying, practicing. Now that's why I brought this along. Look, again, it's what are we supposed to do out here? You kind of understand how an airplane turns?
A little bit.
And again, like in a car, you turn the wheel and leave it turned until you're done turning. You can't do that in an airplane. You use the ailerons to establish the bank you want, and then you have to neutralize it.
Okay.
And then when you're done turning, you have to use opposite aileron. Like if you turned right or left, you use left aileron and rudder, and then you neutralize them both until you got to the heading you want. And then right to level the wings again, and then you neutralize everything. Let me show you something. Even in a very shallow turn, see how shallow we are?
Yeah.
We have a little bit of aileron to do that, and we'll eventually roll upside down. See that lake of water up there?
No.
Way off in the horizon?
No.
Okay. Well, that's where Eugene is. Let's turn around and head back.
Okay.
I don't care if you go left or right, but let's...
I gotta learn how to remember again when I go. Like
Realizing?
about 5 feet down, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So see here, you got about a 10-degree bank in there. Oh, the turn coordinator's working again.
1-5, that seems the best one.
I was just looking at that cloud.
Oh. Well, right under that cloud now, you see a little body of water over there? Way over there.
No.
That's Fern Reservoir.
Oh, I think I see it, yeah.
Let's turn all the way around, follow the freeway back.
Oh, is that the freeway?
It sure is.
Okay.
And then I'm going to show you how to descend and then how to climb.
Okay.
What's that grimace about? Gonna puke?
No. My stomach is
Are you okay?
very funny.
No, really, are you?
I'm okay.
Good, I want you to be.
But
If you ever get too nervous, if you ever get a little sea or air sick, you let me know, we'll go back and land.
okay. Oh, my stomach feels a little bit queasy. That's about it.
Okay, now look, we are cruising here at about 2,200 RPM. Got that?
Yeah.
So to descend, let's decrease the power by 500 RPM. Yeah, keep coming. On past 2,000 and 3 more dashes.
That
Yeah, no, keep coming back
to win.
to about 1,700. And the nose drops, and you can see it below the horizon here. You can see that we're descending there. That should maintain our airspeed at close to 500 foot per minute descent.
So that's how much we're dropping?
No, yeah, we're going down 700 foot every minute. Now we're going down to 1,500.
So that's only measures our speed if we're climbing and dropping.
Yeah. That's how fast we're going, straight up or straight down.
And that's how fast we're going right now?
Yep.
And how you read that?
Well, there's 100 miles an hour. about 110 miles an hour. Okay, now we wanted to, we'll level off at 1,300. So when that's 50 feet, put the power back to 2,000 right now.
What's 50 feet?
Here. Well, no, when it's 50 feet from the 2, halfway to the 2, let's put this up back to 2,200 RPM. The nose came up, we stopped our descent. Okay? So to descend, reduce power. To stop the descent, put the power back where it was.
How about flaps to descend?
That's for landing.
Okay.
This is if we have to change altitude out flying.
Okay.
So let's climb back to 2,000 feet. We'll go full throttle.
Where's the fan? Right here?
That's the altimeter. Here's the tachometer. Oh yeah, we want to go to 2,000. We want to bring this all the way up to 0. And let's lift the nose till it touches the horizon. And we'll climb back to 2,000 feet. And we're climbing at 700 foot a minute.
And then when it reaches 2,000, what do I do?
When it's halfway between these numbers, we start leveling off. You'll have to go forward with this a little bit. Lower the nose to level flight. When we're 50 feet from the altitude we want to be. So keep the nose up there. Well, not too much. We have 100 foot to go. There's about 50 feet, so no, leave the power there. Slowly let the nose down to level flight. Now it's revving up. Now let's set the power. That's all there is to it. There's Peterson Butte.
What?
Peterson's Butte.
Which one?
That big one over there, kind of a double one.
Okay. Is that Eugene?
No, that's over by Lebanon. We'll go back and land.
Okay.
Are you tuckered out? Are you overwhelmed?
A little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Charlie, turn left 115.
Australia traffic, 5337, 90 mile arc, iris runway 212 for Australia traffic.
It's always good to keep the airplane in trim.
Gotta keep it nice and fit.
What?
Gotta keep it nice and fit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. I'm trying to keep it. Is this the right way?
I don't know what you need to do.
Oh, I need to stop.
There you go.
Oops.
And modern airplanes have the trim down here. The Aero has it down here between the seats.
Okay.
It's much easier to handle. I'm always turning that the wrong way. If you turn it and the pressure gets heavier, then just turn it the other way. It shouldn't take too much turning on it. They overdid it that time. Once you get it close, it should just be a little bit of tweaks here and there. So you're holding altitude pretty good. You don't want to turn that to change the pitch of the airplane, nose up or nose down. You turn it only to relieve the pressure that you're holding, either fore or aft. If you want to change pitch, you always do it with this.
Yeah. I was just trying to keep it at level, make it level.
Okay. Well, get it level, what it looks like level. This should be on 0, and that should not be moving either way. Now, are you pushing forward a little bit, or you're holding back a little bit, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you need nose up. There, about, oh, not too much. Well, now let's just see what that does. It's still going down, isn't it? No, don't turn it. You want to pull it back up with pressure. Get it steady. Try to sense how much pressure you're holding. And then move that. Understand what I'm saying?
A
what
little
I'm
bit.
meaning? Yeah, that might be about enough. Now you were climbing there a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's about enough.
Airspeed affects that trim. If you pull the nose up and you slow down a little bit, that changes the effect of the trim. So you're trimming really for a specific airspeed.
Okay.
Where's the airport?
Oh, I lost sight of the freeway.
Somebody moved the freeway, huh? See that pond over there? Let's head for that pond. That water over there.
Pond.
That's a gravel pit. Okay. Now we have a pre-landing checklist. Here it is. Fuel on proper tank. Electric fuel pump on. Mixture set.
Wow, that looks like a cloud.
Yeah, I'm going to help. We're going to go land. Oh. Not legal to fly through a cloud yet.
Bad.
So we'll try to miss it. There. Woo. Miss that. Okay, I'm going to help you fly. You follow along on the controls. We're going to come out here so that we can enter the pattern at a 45-degree angle to the airport.
Where's the airport at?
Right in front of the wing. Yep. It's over there somewhere. They'll find it.
Yeah.
And we want to be at pattern altitude before we get to the airport.
1,200 feet.
Yes, ma'am. See, this rock quarry, that pond of water, is about on a 45 to the runway for 1-6. I'm going to be telling you the stuff that you don't quite need yet, but I'm going to talk through this land.
What's this?
That's to push that to talk on the radio. I have to retrim because I'm slowing down as well.
Okay.
Albany traffic. Cherokee 98241 is on a 45 for 1-6, Albany. I'm going to aim to Dan's hangar. See him up there?
Oh. That.
Straight ahead of us. Oh, I got too low. Climb a little bit. I messed up.
Uh-oh.
Can you see the hangars now?
Yep, I can see them now.
Might need a, well, no, about right on the height. Now, are you pulling back at all? I just have it trimmed bad. About a half mile, we want to turn downwind. And we're going to check carb heat. Albany traffic, Cherokee 98241, left downwind 16, full stop Albany. And then we'll turn the carb heat off. I always make a radio call on the downwind leg.
Yeah. Then toning left base?
Not so much.
Okay.
If there's other people, I'll talk more. Now, I'm at 2100 RPM, a beam touchdown, which is the end of the runway. I'm going to go to 1700 RPM.
What does a beam mean?
A beam straight across from where you're going to touch down. We're in the white arc that goes all the way up. See that white line? Not that window, but that white line. That's flap range. We can have flaps. So I want to reduce the power to 17. And as soon as I can, 1 notch of flaps.
Still very traffic, Cessna 70, 905 Mike's crossing midfield for left downwind. 15, Cottage Road, full stop.
Now, 45 degrees back to the runway. We turn base, add another notch of flaps. And we may have to trim a little bit.
Frosty?
I hope it's over there. Now we're on base. There's nobody around here, so I'm not going to make much radio call. See the runway again?
Yeah, now we're on a 45, right?
No, we're on base leg.
Okay.
90 degrees to it. Now we're turning final. Okay, I'm going to turn the VASI on. See that?
Yep, I see it.
We're a little high, aren't we?
Out of... Yep.
So, full flaps.
Oh, we're all right.
Well, that's still kind of white on the far one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I reduce power a little bit. Are you pulling back?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Oh, I'm... Okay. There, now we're all right, aren't we?
Yeah.
I'm going to kind of ignore those lights now, though, and focus on the threshold where the 16 is. If it moves up in the windshield, we're coming in low. If it moves down, we're coming in high. If it stays in one spot, we're perfect, and we'll be about 75. It can easily glide there. I can close the throttle, and we start our flare, and flare, and flare, until the plane touches down. And hold this back. Take the weight off the nose tire. And now start braking. Oh, you shouldn't have had your feet way up. Until you need the brakes,
Sierra 329 Romeo Mike.
your heel's on the floor so you can't touch the brakes.
Okay. Oh, you said stop braking.
I said start braking, yeah. Then you should have slid your feet up. Or maybe they were down and...
Go up, I wasn't applying pressure until you
Okay,
said so.
yeah. Okay, we're going to get off the taxiway here and we're going to stop. Retract the flap. Turn the fuel pump off. We don't need the landing light anymore, nor the transponder. Okay? Now we'll go home. I think Tony made him go move that pickup. I'll help you. You want to park it? Get real close to that fence.
Okay.
I'll do it.
Yeah. I don't want to break his airplane.
Hey, with Dan out there watching you.
What? I'm joking. I'm joking.
I better be careful. I think we're being videoed.
Penny. Tom.
Okay, notice I got the rudders even again, and I let it roll a little bit to straighten the nose wheel. Okay. Now pull that. Oh, I have it right here. Now we're going to secure it. Don't worry about the ELT. Avionics off, so we turn each one of those off. Next one.
So is this one?
Yeah, that one. And we'd leave that on standby. Mixture full lean. That one. Pull it all the way back. Now turn off the master.